everybody! So I got the chance to view the latest film out of Japan, indie animated film called Miss Hokusai. This is being distributed by G-Kids, who have brought us so many great films over the years, including April in the Extraordinary World from earlier this year. They are distributors and they just do such a great job of bringing to the forefront these wonderful smaller animated films. So Miss Hokusai is based on a historical manga that is about a famous painter named Hokusai out of Japan, and it is set around his daughter, Ms. Oe, and she wants to become a great painter. And one of the cool things is that her father, Hokusai, he doesn't give her any free pass at all. Like, he's really tough on her, and he really insists that she be better than just good, because she's better than some of these other apprentices that he has, but he feels that she lacks the sort of experience to be able to paint sort of the erotica and some of the other more sort of mature paintings that she attempts to paint but don't have the experience that she needs to have. And so what you get in the film is a series of sort of vignettes that she experiences, and you see her grow as a character through these different experiences. Some of the best ones are between her and her sister, who is blind, and her father, being an artist, has a really hard time understanding this sister who can't see. You know, they just have a hard time communicating, and so I thought that was really nice. And there's a nice little vignette of her introducing her sister to snow and how much that means to the sister, and that's really sweet. There are a bunch of kind of visits to clients where they talk about different art, they talk about different sort of memories of art, and you actually see in certain times dreams that are portrayed. There's certain times when characters feel like a painting is actually like attacking them. There's goblins, there's demons and things like that in the painting, and you see those paintings and come kind of alive, and you'll recognize a bunch of the paintings, whether it be just some sort of more classic Japanese art. I guess it's all by Hokusai, but then also ones that I think you'll recognize, like with the wave painting that's pretty famous, is incorporated into the story that one of the clients tells. And there's some adult content in this movie because one of the clients is I guess a brothel, the geisha house. So they go in and they spend quite a bit of time in this brothel. There's quite a bit of interactions with the geishas. Some of them own paintings, some of them they solicit for other reasons. In a scene where Oe goes and kisses a woman at the brothel, which was kind of confusing how it worked into the story. I thought the best thing about this movie is how beautiful it is, the artistry, and getting into these paintings and really getting an idea that to produce not just competent art, but to produce great art requires a piece of your soul, and it's sort of a life ambition, a life study to perfect. And Oe has the character and the gumption and everything like that to kind of do it. And so that's moving to kind of see her go through this thing. The downside to the movie is sometimes I felt a little bit culturally sort of confused, particularly with scenes in the brothel, scenes in the geisha, with the geishas, were confusing to me. And I feel like I'm pretty well read. I've actually been to Japan. I've taken classes on Japanese politics and stuff like that at school, and so I feel like I'm fairly well versed in this kind of thing. And even I was kind of confused sometimes about why are they with this person, why are they saying this thing now, and you got the feeling that this was sort of customs of the house or customs of the day. Like I said, particularly the scene where she kisses the female geisha was kind of confusing. I didn't quite understand what was happening here. But I wasn't really offended. I was just sort of more confused. And there's a couple other scenes like that where it's just like, I need some cultural context. And it is set in 1814 in what became Tokyo at the time. And they do throw in some sort of modern touches, which I actually thought worked. There's some like guitar music. There's, just some other sort of interesting sort of modern flair to it. She's a modern woman, but at times she's also very traditional in the way that she sort of submits to her father. That seemed very Japanese to me. And I thought that also the romance in it is extremely subtle, if at all, and it's just sort of poked at and hinted at. Kind of reminded me of Only Yesterday earlier this year, where it's so different than Americanized romance. And there's really not a whole lot of attempt to make this palatable to Western audiences. You kind of have to put on your Japanese goggles and just sort of appreciate another culture, because it is beautiful, and I did really appreciate those themes of art and a lifetime sort of sacrifice of art for great art. And so definitely worth seeing if you get a chance, but I would say it's more for mature audiences, and it is a bit of a slow burn. So interested in sort of everyday life kind of stories, simple stories, then it probably isn't for you. So I would give the Miss Hokusai a B. I really did enjoy it, but there's just that little bit of confusion. So anyway, if any of you get a chance to see it, let me know what you think. And thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you later. Bye!